All right, so today we are going over lesson 21, the laws of detachment and syllogism. We are currently on part 2. So the question for part 2 says, use the law of detachment to write a valid conclusion to the statements below. So here the new pieces of information is the law of detachment, we haven't seen before, and a valid conclusion. So once again, this would be a good idea to write in your notes, and I will give you a bit of, it would be a good idea to pause and write your notes. So the law of detachment for two statements, P and Q, when if P then Q is a true statement and P is true, then Q is true. So this is very similar to what we used in the first part of this lesson, where we said, okay, the hypothesis is true, therefore the conclusion has to be true. So the law of detachment is a form of deductive reasoning that can be used to draw valid concluding statements. When the given facts are true, and the correct logic can lead to a valid conclusion. So valid means correct, and a conclusion is the thing that happens. And for example, if it is Monday, then Mark will go to work. Today is Monday, therefore Mark will go to work today. In the statements above, P represents the phrase, it is Monday, and Q represents the phrase, Mark will go to work. For the following statements, use the law of detachment to write a valid concluding statement. Assume each conditional statement is true. So that is a very important part of this. We need to assume that the conditional statement is true. So we're saying that if the hypothesis is true, then the conclusion has to be true as well. When it is cold outside, I wear my warm jacket. It is cold outside today. So we have, it is cold outside, we're good there. So therefore, I wear my warm jacket. If an angle is acute, then it cannot be obtuse. Angle B is acute. So we have our first part is true. So therefore, our second part, our conclusion has to be true. If our hypothesis is true, then our conclusion has to be true. Angle B is not obtuse. So our conditional statement, our hypothesis is if a number is even, our conclusion is then it can be divided by 2. The number 104 is even. So we have the first part is true. Therefore, 104 can be divided by 2. So here we're back to our question that we had at the beginning. So we're using the law of detachment. That's for saying, all right, we know this first part is true, so we can detach it. We can get rid of that part and we can just use the conclusion. Get rid of the hypothesis because we know that our conclusion is true. Our hypothesis is true, therefore our conclusion is true. So here it says to write a valid conclusion to the statements below. If the gift I bought for my cousin is a toy truck, then it has 4 wheels. The gift I bought for my cousin is a toy truck. Therefore, the gift has 4 wheels. And that is it for part 2.